advice was to always work hard.
Don't ever not believe in yourself. Keep always believing in yourself.
That life is sometimes not fair and you have to go the way of life.
You should always be kind, show respect, be responsible, and extend kindness.
You should be really, really proud of what you've been doing and what you want to study for, because there is lots of things that's going to happen.
My advice is something that I am interested in.
That it's going to be hard, but you're going to have to get through it, and you can do hard things.
If you're at school, you might want to be quiet and listen very well so you can get into good colleges. My advice is to be smart. You should clean up trash, because if you don't clean up the trash, the earth could get ruined. And they should always be kind.
I mean, they've made it like their whole life, and they've learned so many things. They've been through so many things, so I think they should be proud of themselves.
You guys should be very, very proud because you've made it this far, and you should be very proud of yourself for just making it through all these decisions and tests and all the stuff.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Dallas Center Grimes High School commencement ceremony for the class of 2026. My name is Matthew Blackmore, and I have the absolute honor and privilege of serving the Mustangs as their principal. Tonight, joining me on stage is Dr. Scott Bloom, Superintendent, and School Board President and Director, Mr. Ryan Carpenter. Dr. Bloom and Mr. Carpenter, students, family, and friends, tonight is all about celebration, milestone moments, and looking towards the future. We are so glad you are here to share this night with us. At this time, I would ask the DCG singers and senior choir members to come forward. And for our audience celebrating with us tonight, please rise and enjoy our choir as they sing the national anthem. You're good. Seniors, you actually did it. You are officially here, graduation day. Take a moment right now just to breathe and take all this in. This is one of those rare, beautiful milestones that only happens once in your lifetime. So don't rush it. Let's enjoy every bit of this experience together tonight. Tonight, we have the absolute honor of celebrating 257 phenomenal graduates who poured their hearts into getting to this finish line. To our incredible family members, friends, and the bleachers, as these graduates marched into the gym tonight, you might have noticed that each were holding a rose. That rose is a symbol of deep gratitude for the person who guided, supported, and believed in them every step of the way. Graduates, it's time to present your roses to the people who have helped you reach this incredible moment. I would like to take a moment to thank and recognize all of the families in attendance tonight, as well as those who are live streaming with us. Seniors, these people have helped you on your journey and will continue to help you on your life path. Let's give a round of applause to all of our family members with us tonight. You may sit. As our high school concert band gets prepared, I would like to take a moment to thank City State Bank for the mini diplomas that were provided as gifts for each of our graduates tonight. I would also like to thank all the members of the high school custodial staff and maintenance crew for getting the stage and the gym ready for tonight's event. DCG looks amazing tonight, thanks to all their help and support. Now at this time, the Dallas Center Grimes High School Concert Band will play Beltane by Andres Alvarez. Thank you, Mr. Geringer, Mrs. Ide, and our DCG concert band for a phenomenal performance. At this time, I would like to introduce our two amazing student speakers for this evening's commencement exercises. It is my pleasure to introduce both Cale Ramsey and Leah Brauch as our two senior speakers tonight. Cale is the son of Ryan and Denise Ramsey. Cale plans to attend the University of Iowa and study creative writing. Leah is the daughter of Martin and Jennifer Brauch. Leah will attend South Dakota Mines University, where she will study biology, pre-med, while also hitting threes for the women's basketball team, the Hard Knockers, next year. Cale and Leah, the stage is yours.
That's not very good. All right, can everybody hear me? All right, sweet. Good evening to the faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, the graduating class. If there's one thing we've all done since the day we stepped foot in this building, it's write. Not just writing essays or last-minute lab reports, but stories too. Some were messier than others, some were unexpected, some were maybe stories we didn't always feel ready to tell. Some of us wrote in pencil, constantly erasing and starting over, coming back to the same point again and again. But some of us wrote in ink, our minds made up concrete solid about the choices we would make in this building. And some of you, like me, felt like we were writing without any outline at all, just hoping the plot would make sense eventually. But here's the thing I've learned about writing. Sometimes the meaning doesn't always come when you're in the middle of the sentence. Sometimes you can only understand it when you look back at the paragraph or even the chapter. High school has been one of those chapters. It's been a chapter of early mornings and late nights, state championships and academic achievements, a chapter of wins that made us feel invincible, and losses that felt like the world was crushing our shoulders. A chapter formed in hallways, classrooms, and confusing parking lots. A chapter where we learned not from textbooks, but from each other. And like any good chapter, it had conflict, uncertainty. It had moments where we didn't know what came next, but we kept writing anyway. We kept writing, and that's part of what makes this moment so powerful. Graduation isn't the end of our story. It's simply the turning of a page. And turning the page, that can be terrifying. I'll be the first to admit that I have absolutely no idea where I'll be at this time next year, and many of you probably face a similar path. I'm nervous like many of you because the next chapter of our lives is unknown. It's unwritten. This time, there's no teacher handing us a prompt, no rubric telling us how we have to succeed, no guarantee that what we write next will be easy or come right away or even make sense. But that's also what makes it ours. We get to decide what kind of story we want to tell. We get to choose whether we write with caution or whether we write boldly. And most importantly, we get to choose what gets to be written in ink. As we move forward to college, careers, the military, or paths maybe we haven't even explored yet, we're going to face blank pages like these again and again. Pages where we feel unprepared. Pages where we might question the direction of our story. In those moments, I want you all to remember one thing. Writing doesn't come from knowing exactly what to say. It comes from having the courage to keep going anyway. To trust that the path you're walking down is the correct one. To trust that even without a map, you're still going to scale the mountain. And yes, it's okay to have regrets. Regrets is proof that you've grown. The fact that you wish you had done better means you are already someone who would. Our lives are not meant to be perfect stories. They're meant to be real stories. Many of you have spent your entire high school career searching for the book to success, only to realize that you'd already written it. The question is now, will you let that grow dust on the shelf, or will you pick up the pen and start writing the sequel? Today, as we close this chapter together, let's not focus on trying to create the perfect future. Instead, let's just create an honest future. One that is full of risks, growth, and the most important decision of all, the decision to try. One where we get to choose the ways that we show up in the world. Whatever comes next in our story, whatever plot twists, challenges, or unexpected turns, I know that we are always ready to write together. Thank you.
Home. What is a home? Home is defined as the place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or a household. However, to me, home is something enormously more profound. A home is formed from feeling. The feeling of being surrounded by your people. The feeling of encapsulating and maintaining unwavering support from the people you walk beside every day. The feeling of being accepted purely for who you are. The feeling of being loved as you are, and not having to change yourself for anyone or any place. Dallas Center Grimes High School is our home, now and forever. Ultimately, a home doesn't just happen, yet it is the community and the people that transform an ordinary place into something truly extraordinary. DCG has become our home from the endless Friday night games, the hours put into the plays and musicals, the practices that felt like they would never end, and the hours studying late at night for an exam. All our experiences in this place have shaped our home. Now, we are embarking on new journeys into the unknown. While the unknown and change is always a little bit scary, it is now our job to begin to forge a new home for ourselves, wherever we are planted. DCG will always be our home, a place to come back to, a place filled with tears, laughs, and a lot of love. And as we begin our next chapters, we must never forget we always have a place here within these halls. All our paths will look different, and all these different paths will still forever lead us back to our roots, our home. To each and every one of the parents here today, I hope you can sit there, watching your child walk across the stage, grabbing their diploma, shaking a few hands, and feel nothing but pride. Be proud of your child for making it here today, but also be proud of yourselves for choosing DCG as your child's home. Because of you, we now have the foundation that will hold steady as we begin to experience our new challenges and adventures. Finally, I stand here today before all my fellow peers and classmates, and as I look around, I'm overcome with a profound sensation that these people were once strangers to me. These once strangers have become my chosen family. The only thing I can think about saying to you all now is thank you. Truly thank you to each and every one of you for making this school what it is today. If you were to take away just one person, the school would be different. We are what make up this school, and we are what made this place a home. Congratulations, class of 2026, and thank you for giving me my home.
Before we hand out diplomas, I want to thank Leah and Kale one more time. Absolutely wonderful job, both of you. One more time, round of applause. Takes a lot of guts to come up here and do that, and you both did it with valor. I'm proud of both of you. Let's do one quick celebration before diplomas. I'd like seniors, as I call off this award, if you're currently wearing that on your shoulders tonight, please stand and remain standing. I'd like to briefly explain the different awards that our seniors are wearing tonight that are indicated on the program as well. The first is the Silver Cord. Honors students who have dedicated themselves to community service, with each recipient completing at least 120 volunteer hours during school. Silver Cord, please stand up and remain standing. National Honor Society. These are our gold cord and blue and white stoles. Recognizes students who maintained a 3.6 GPA and have embodied the 4 pillars of the National Honor Society, such as leadership, scholarship, character, and service. Student Council. This is the red, black, and gray cord. Celebrates our leaders who worked to unify our student body and build a positive, connected school community. The Seal of Biliteracy. This is awarded to students who have achieved proficiency in 2 or more language, which includes the English language. Rho Kappa. This is the blue and white cord. This is the National Honor Society that recognizes outstanding achievement, understanding, and appreciation in social studies. The Honors Diploma. This is earned by students pursuing ultimate academic rigor. Requires a 3.5 GPA and 54 total credits. This is featuring advanced loads in English, math, science, social studies, foreign language, and the fine arts. How about our high honors that are wearing white cords tonight? This is earned by our students that are maintaining a 3.9 to 3.99 GPA. And our highest honors, our red and white cords, the pinnacle of academic excellence. This is reserved for students who have maintained a 4.0 or higher GPA. How about a round of applause for these amazing accomplishments? Wow! All right, seniors, you ready? I'm bringing up the big dog. At this time, I would like to introduce our superintendent, Dr. Scott Bloom, for the presentation of the class of 2026. Dr. Bloom, the stage is yours.
All right, with the Dallas Center Grimes class of 2026, please stand. As superintendent of Dallas Center Grimes Community Schools, I acknowledge and certify that these members of the class of 2026 have fulfilled the requirements for high school graduation as prescribed by the Iowa Department of Education and the Dallas Center Grimes Board of Education. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, I present the DCG graduating class of 2026. You may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Bloom. Right now, it's time to start handing out diplomas. I would like to invite Mrs. Ann Frett and Mrs. Ivy Soner, 2 incredible English teachers here at DCG, for the reading of our graduates' names. Friends and families, I would ask all of our guests in attendance tonight to please be respectful of our students and their families, as each student and family deserves to hear their name called aloud. Mrs. Frett, Mrs. Soner, you are up.
Oh yeah, that's great. Thanks.
Emma Ashley Adair. Logan Kenneth Anderson. Naomi Noel Anderson. Ava Gray Bachman. Camden Elise Byer. Cross Dante Bandy. Trevor Daniel Barnett. Addison Cook Bosler. Lily Isabella Buford. Ashton Richard Bedberg. Addison May Bergthold Haroldson. Jasmine Azalia Barogan. Emily Marie Bjork. Joey Michelle Black. Axel Von Bore. Charlie Stephen Bonenkamp. Clayton William Robert Borland Moon. Campbell Bowen. Vinicius Brandeburgo Suejara. Leah Nicole Brauk. Lily Reese Brigham. Derek Robert Brown. Emily Grace Brown. John David Burkett. Mason Evan Byers. Isaiah Thomas Campbell. Ryan Patrick Karstensen. Kennedy Jan Cheney. Jackson Lee Shahan. Sarah Victoria Chittum. Maya Danielle Christensen. Macy Elaine Clark. Rayshawn Pinell Miguel Conley. Michael Gabriel Cowell. Grace Olivia Crow. Joseph Amon Cutright. Karin Donikova. Oliver Hayden Davidson. Henry Gage Deaver. Nell C. DeCoste. Emily Nicole Derby. Lars Denton Dodd. Joseph Edward Donahue. Addison Marie Dooley. Joella Marie Duncan. Gavin James Eichelberg. Kendall Marie Eischen. Lydia Marie Emily. Tanner Stephen Erickson. Jaden Osborne Everline. Andrew Roger Every. Hannah, and then I'll do Ari. Hannah Rose Fossey. Ari Bension Feely. Delaney Joe Fetters. Hope Marie Fiala. Brendan Fitzhugh. Blake Irvin Forrester. Riley Renee Fox. Zoe Elizabeth Frazier. Brevin Mark Fuller. Gracie Lynn Fuller. Peyton May Gafford. Raquel Gao. Nikki Gerstenberger. Harper Aiden Gessman. Ryan Wyatt Gilster. Joshua G.A. Glay. Madison May Golly. Reagan Ray Golly. Jared El Shaddai Gomez. Taylor Lynn Gray. Aislinn Mary Lou Greathouse. Logan Alexander Halverson. Paige Catherine Harvey. Layla Hasanovich. Peyton Marie Hoshin. Kylie Marie Heberlin. Preston Russell Heck. Hudson Bernard Heigergen. Cole Brennan Hemmingson. Trinity Marie Hilmer. Tuai Nyung. Montana Joe Hoffman. Landon Maverick Hoppy. Isaac Hosick. Noah Matthew House. Samantha Kristen Holtman. Paige Ann Erlmeyer. Almin Islamovich. Sadie Elizabeth Jackson. Peyton Olivia James. Samson Howard Johansson. Alexa Elise Jones. Breely May Kendall. Namaish Khatri. Jace Thomas Kiley. Clint Andrew Kirkpatrick. Diudone Mondungu Kitumbika. Emily Marie Kleckner. Griffin Kleiss. Kenna Rose Knief. Hunter Michael Allen Nisley. Bodie Paul Krobe. Dylan Mark Lackland. Lucas Charles Lampy. Ileana Isabella Larocco. Isaac Allen Larson. Kaitlin Zoe Leonard. Brody John Logan. Maya Marie Long. Luke Albert Lorenzen. Addison Marie Liddon.
Sabrina Ellen Mackey. Esther Munyue Malachi. Madeline Ann Mallinger. Colin J. Mondernock. Micah Rain Mason. Louis Isiji Mbaya. Ethan Richard McConnell. Emerson Lee McDermott. JC Lynn McFarland. Damian Pearl McKim. Caitlin Kim Mickelson. Ava Jean Mickelson. Tobias Miller. Joey Ann Moberg. Kale Elizabeth Montag. Franklin Robert Morin. Grayson Jacob Mosher. Olivia Caroline Mosier. Kara Marie Moxley. Alyssa Marie Murphy. Marceline Scott Murphy. Max Kenneth Murray. Anair Music. Colton Lane Nelson. Coy David Nelson. Thank you. Audrey Grace Nichols. Grant Dean Norrie. Faustin Sabimana. Lillian Nagasutsi. Leon Nagoti Ubutu. Hallie Marie Olson. James Michael Overby. Jarrett Maxwell Parker. Caleb Stephen Pearson. Carly May Purdue. McKaylee Renee Phillipson. Aiden Allen Poe. Benjamin Joseph Pudens. Holden Harold Quant. Hunter Nicholas Quant. Loki Aniko Quintana. Addison Ann Ramirez. Tegan Wesley Ramirez Hamilton. Kale Julian Ramsey. Zane Rader. Gavin Allen Reek. Kaylee Jean-Michael Reggio. Logan Scott Renshaw. Riley Lynn Renz. Cash Aaron Robinson. Lorelei Eileen Chapman Roth. Oliver James Rouse. Benton Roger Rao. Allie Jean Rupel. Javon Anthony Russell. Leo Chad Riznicki. Nessabelli Saviette. Jonah Wesley Scarborough. Brody John Schliemann. Lillian Renee Schneider. Erna Sahik. Kaya Marie Sesker. Kristen James Sharp. Riker E. Sharp. Connor Joseph Simpson. Nora Margaret Spooner. Grady Michael Stiles. Kathan Stalker. Connor James Stolpe. Caleb Mark Stover. Shawnee Rose Margaret Salentic. Eden Soljic. Anessa Shuvich. Jenna Shuvich. Daphne Dixie Jean Swain. Eric K. Tarley. Brody Alexander Taylor. Anisette Maria Tequila. Cole Charles Edwin Torsky. Alvin Ang Tu. Madison Nicole Ewell. William Robert Valine. Gabriella Lucia Vandenberg. Ashton Marie Vaughn. Lila Mae Veach. Myra Eunice Veach. Anastasia Vanalis Tapia. Andrew Nelson Verploeg. Ethan Martin Verploeg. Paige Addison Vongpasuk. Hayden Nora Wagner. Darian S. Walker. Liam Maddox Wallace. Chloe Sue Wannett. Peyton Michael Wathen. L. Marie Wedeking. Callie Jean Weibel. Owen Michael Weiler. Finley Marie Welch. Kane Eugene Westergreen. Bryn Maylene Weidert. Hannah Elizabeth Wheeler. Caden Maddox White. June Elsbeth White. Cameron Conrad Weberg. Austin Roger Willie. Lorraine Katora Williams. Benjamin Charles Wilrick. Bryson Arnett Wineland. Avery Raymond Winker. Okay. Zophiana Simone Woolams. Addie McKay Witch.
Thanks, buddy. At this time, would the class of 2026 please stand? Couldn't tell if it was on. Class of 2026, please turn your tassels from the right side to the left side. Okay, get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. President, the class of 2026. Yay!
All right. All right, seniors, please have a seat.
No one else is coming up here. Let's just swap it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Slide it over. Got it.
Yeah. All right. We saved the best for last here. At this time, I'm going to ask the DCG singers and senior choir, please come up. Tonight, our singers and senior choir are going to put on a performance for you called The Road Home by Stephen Paulus. Ladies and gentlemen, our DCG singers and senior choir.
No, you're fine. That's take it up with the free room.
Stretched out. singers and senior choir. What a way to close out in a tremendous ceremony tonight. I also want to give a thanks to our main office team. Lindsay Kasperbauer, Jolie Morgan, our instructional coaches, worked tireless hours to put this event together. My good friends, Sheila Hudson and Austin Roy, our assistant principals, Jasmine Smith, and of course, Shauna Perch, who does everything and anything for graduation. This night doesn't happen without those people, especially Shauna. Thank you, Shauna. Senior class, please rise. My closing remarks as your principal. As we bring this beautiful evening to a close, I want to take a moment to share a few final thoughts and a heart full of gratitude. An event of this magnitude doesn't just happen. From the very chairs you're sitting in to the live stream connecting us with loved ones near and far, a massive amount of love, planning, and hard work went into tonight. In fact, the preparation for this day took place about a year ago. And to every staff member, volunteer, and hand that helped bring this commencement ceremony to life, thank you. You poured your hearts into making this unforgettable, and we made it to the finish line together. To the graduating class of 2026, you officially did it. Take a deep breath, let it sink in. You are officially a DCG high school graduate. And more than just reaching this milestone, I want to thank you for who you've become. Every single teacher, mentor, staff member at DCG High School is profoundly proud of your kindness, your resilience, and the incredible young people standing before us tonight. As this chapter closes and the next one waits to be written, I want to leave you with this. I hope you love the person you see in the mirror every morning. Self-confidence will set you apart from everyone else. Please take care of yourself. Have gratitude for the people in your life, the people that you can count on your hand, your family, those close friends. Please make sure that they know that they mean the world to you tonight. And lastly, and most importantly, you will always have a home here at Dallas Center Grimes High School. Now, everyone in this room tonight is bursting with pride for you, so go out there and make the rest of the world just as proud. Thank you all so much for being here to celebrate with us tonight. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Stay safe, enjoy your holiday weekend, and senior class, on the count of 3, as loud and as proud as you can say it, we're doing a Go Mustangs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go Mustangs! Seniors, we're out of here. Here we go. Let's celebrate, everybody. The class of 2026 is out.